What's up, everyone? Arkansas Dave 1974 here, and it's been a long time since I've totally screwed up my system. Totally, had to reinstall, and I did that about a week ago. I was working on my second hard drive in my laptop, and of course, when you restart a program, it defaults to the first drive, and I wasn't paying attention, and I wiped my entire drive, including my home partition, which makes resetting up my operating system a lot more tedious. So I've been kind of just being lazy about it, just installing things and getting things set up as needed basis, and so far it's been about a week, and I pretty much got most things set up. But today I need to make a USB, a multi-boot USB, and I'm going to do it with Ventoy, because Ventoy is the game changer in multi-boot USBs. It's so easy to use once it's made. You just copy ISO files to it, and you can have different platforms on the same USB, Windows, Android, Linux, whatever you want, and boot them all from the same USB. Which I've never seen a multi-boot USB that could do that until Ventoy. It might be the first. I can't swear to that, but it's the first I've seen. Anyway, I'm going to make a Ventoy USB today. I'm going to start from scratch and install. So I figured I'd make a video because I have a friend from Telegram who, about, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, we were talking, and he says he hates Ventoy because it's nothing but a pain in the butt to use. And I'm thinking, what? There's nothing easier than Ventoy once you get it made. Now, making one is a bit of a pain in the butt, but it's definitely worth 3 times the pain in the butt that it is to make a Ventoy multi-boot. To be able to carry one drive and be able to install all kinds of different, it can't be beat, and it's worth any amount just about of pain in the butt. So I'm going to install one. I'm going to start from scratch, and here's how I do it in Linux. Let's see. First, we're going to install it. Now, by the way, what I'm running here, if anyone's seen my videos before, you probably noticed my desktop looks very different. About 3 months ago, I switched from Manjaro XFCE to Garuda KDE Dragonized, and I have been loving it for 3 months. And it's nothing against Manjaro at all. I used Manjaro XFCE for like 6 years as my daily, as my only, really. I had a lot of virtual machines of other stuff, but it was just for looking at. It always ran from a Manjaro XFCE host, and ever since switching and I've been loving this system. I love everything about it, just about. Anyway, this is Garuda Linux, if anyone's wondering. And well, I guess I'll get started. It's an Arch base, so I can use PAMAC and Pacman, and of course the R or the AUR. So I'm going to do a PAMAC search, actually. And look, as you can see, I already did the search for it, but I haven't installed it yet. And it's going to be Ventoy bin, and I believe I need to update right now, because one thing about Garuda, it has the same release schedule on packages as Arch, so I get an update like every night, just about, or maybe every night. It's a regular rolling release, and it's bleeding edge. As soon as packages come out, they hit our repos. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to install with Pacman, because as you can see here, Chaotic R, that's something special to Garuda. That what that is, it's packages from the R that are pre-compiled for us, which is awesome, because you don't have to compile them yourself, which takes time. And sometimes it can be a headache if things won't compile. And so these are pre-packaged packages from the AOR, the Arch User Repository, which I think still to this day is probably one of the largest software repositories that exist. Although I wonder with Google Play Store getting so big. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to do sudo, if I could type it right, huh? Alright, sudo E, and I'm putting the E because I'm proxied right now. I'm using PDA net. Yes, I can PDA net to Linux, which is really awesome, and I have a video on that. If you search through my videos, it's one of my most recent, actually. It may be my most recent. Sudo epacman. Let's see. Ventoy. And then it looks like it's bin, which I actually didn't know. I thought it was just Ventoy. I think it used to be just Ventoy. And as I install it, I'm going to pay attention to the version. And as you can see, it's 1.0.53-1. I'm going to proceed with installation. And while that goes on, or hell, it's already finished. It's already installed, but we're not going to use it yet because we have to get scripts for it. The scripts that you actually use it with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search for Ventoy. That should be enough. And yes, it is. So I'm going to go to Ventoy. And my version was, what was it? 1.0.53-1. So I'm going to go to the download section, and let's see, that's 5.4. So there is a new release, which I'm surprised it hasn't hit Arch repos yet. I actually, when I searched earlier today, it was way earlier today, and it said 5.4 had been released 8 hours ago when I looked earlier, and so I'm surprised it hasn't hit our repo yet, to be honest. Oh, you know what? It probably has hit the R. What did it say up there in my search? Yes, look, I should have compiled it with PAMAC. Then I'd be on the most recent one. You know what, man? Sorry for the wait. I'm just gonna use PAMAC. You know what? I can't use PAMAC. I suppose I could build it from the R. That's what I'll do, because I think I have to update right now, and I don't want to make anyone wait for my update. So what I'm going to do is, I better not use PAMAC. I think it'll force an update too if I try to use it for anything. So I'm going to sudo. You know what? I'm just going to go like this. Oh, look at that. It's not even the right. There we go. And I already got my dependencies, I guess. So I'm just going to remove Ventoy bin by itself, and that way I already have my dependencies when I look. It only installed Ventoy, so I guess I already had the dependencies. All right, well, enough of that. Let's go to the R and get it. See, it's already hit the Arch user repository, but it hasn't been pre-compiled for the chaotic R yet. So anyway, here's Ventoy bin, and there it is, 0154, and I'm going to copy this. And when I click it to copy, it doesn't do it right, so I'm going to just copy link, just copy the link itself, come back and go to my build directory, git clone, and I'm going to clone it. CD, it's probably Ventoy bin. And I trust it. I've been using it many times, so I'm not gonna go through the package builder or anything. I'm just going to make package, SIRC, and build it real quick. And it's been a while since I used Ventoy, so if I seem to stumble a little bit, That's why. It's been a while since I actually installed Ventoy. And once you have it installed, you just, I mean, once you install it to your USB, all you do is you just copy files to it. And so you don't really mess with it much. Copy files to and from it, delete them, whatever. You can even update Ventoy while it's sitting on the USB, and while it's got ISOs, a bunch of ISOs on the USB. You can safely update it without even having to reload the USB. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. Anyway, let's see, I got it compiled, so I'm gonna go back to home, and we'll go over here, and I need the scripts. So I went to downloads, and where am I? Oh no. I went to the downloads, and we need the tar file here. It's the binary though. The website is under provision. I think I need to go to GitHub to get the scripts. This might be the scripts. They come in a tar.gz file, but that might be the package itself. I'm not absolutely sure, because I don't know if it looks in ISO. Yeah, that might be the program. So I'm going to go ahead and go to GitHub and check it out. Yeah, should be right here in what? Alright, there it is. I'm going to get it from the GitHub. The Linux tar.gz. I'll put save file. And come back to my terminal. And it has downloaded. So I'm going to CD to my downloads. Uh-oh. Okay. And we're going to tar extract file. I'm going to do Ventoy. And it left me with that. I'm going to that folder there, the blue is a folder. By the way, Garuda uses fish. If you're wondering about this, these are the colors you're seeing are because of aliases in my config.fish. And first I'm gonna change the name of that from Ventoy 054 to Ventoy. And then I'm going to move it to my home directory. CD to my home directory, and it should be right there. Ventoy. I'm going to move to that directory. And now this, I'm going to pause this video for just a second because I don't know where my USB flash drives are. They might be right here next to me, but I'm not seeing them. So I'm going to pause this video and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. I found my drive. Can't seem to get it to, there we go. Couldn't get it to come out of its little shell there. And I love these little drives there. You get them at Walmart, the ONN brand. This is a 3.0 and they're just so inexpensive. And one time I did a test on their micro SD cards. I put it in a speed test against a SanDisk Extreme, and it kind of wasted the SanDisk. I think it's because they don't have good tolerance in their factory where they make them. I think that's why. I think they rate them as I think they're faster than they rate them because they're not all the same speed. But the one I had when I did the speed test was just amazingly fast, way faster than it was rated. And well, because of that, I'm partial to the ON brand of flash storages. Anyway, this is a 3.0 drive. I've never tested its speed, but I just plugged it in and it didn't show up in my. Usually I get a mount box up here if I plug something in. I didn't get that. I wonder why. So I'm going to list block to see if it's listed. Well, and I do not see it. Okay, it's a 64 gigabyte, so I'm going to double check if it's plugged in all the way. It was. That's odd. This is like brand new. Oh, there it goes. All right, well, do that list block again. SDC. And where am I? I'm in Ventoy. So I'm going to list. And the script I'm going to use. Oh, look, they got a bunch of new stuff. Ventoy GUI. Oh, shoot. Well, you know, I'm making this video for the friend that thinks it's too much of a pain in the butt. He'll probably like this. I wonder how you probably just launch it like a script. And Ventoy needs sudo. We'll try it. Try / first. I'm going to do the x86-64 because I'm on a 64-bit ARM Intel. This is actually Intel, a Core i7. It's an ancient one though. It looks good. Oh. Well, look at that. They got a little tiny GUI. They got, that's pretty cool. I guess that's, if you put a flash drive, you hit that and it reloads. It says NBR. I wonder why it says NBR. I guess that drive came NBR or not? Yeah, it's listed. I guess. I've never used this. I've never seen this. It's got, that would install to it that easy. I guess right here. What if I want to change it to GPT? I don't see how. I'm clicking everywhere. I don't see how to. Oh wait, options. Oh yeah. Partition style. Look at that. Well, shoot. Well, I don't want to screw something up, and I don't want to show you something I don't know, but it looks really easy to use. Well, shoot. I might just use this. Look at that. All these languages and everything. Wow. What do we got here? We got secure boot support. I don't care about that. This thing's my laptop, believe it or not, is before the days of secure boot, I believe. In fact, it's a ThinkPad, and I think it might be from before the days of backlit keyboards because it's got a ThinkLight instead, which is actually pretty impressive. It illuminates the keyboard real nicely, and it doesn't shine in your eyes. It doesn't shine on the screen. It just shines perfectly on the keyboard. Pretty neat. I'm very impressed with the ThinkLight. I've never seen one until I got this laptop about 3 weeks ago, I guess. And anyway, partition configuration. Huh. I guess you can choose your size. You can do that. Let's see, what does it say? Partition configuration. Align partitions with. Sure, why not? I'm just going to cancel that because I don't ever choose sizes or anything. It's going to make one small partition for the Ventoy install, and then the rest of it's going to be for ISOs. And almost the whole 64 gig is going to be for ISO storage that can be booted, you know. Anyway, Ventoy in device. What does that mean? Ventoy in package. Oh, I don't have a Ventoy in the device. That's why I'm fixing to install it in the device. I can't believe I'm doing it in a GUI. That's not what this video is supposed to be about, though. I bet you just hit install and it'll be done instantly. I guess he can't complain about Ventoy being hard anymore. Anyway, that was neat and everything. But the way I usually do it is what I was going to make the video on. So I'm going to, I don't know, not that one. I'm going to do, where is it? Should be like create. Oh, here it is. Ventoy to disk.sh is what I'm going to run. You know what? First I'm going to run Ventoy help and go over it. It's a very easy, simple program. That's why I can't believe anyone would call it a pain in the butt. All right, check it out. You run. Well, you run the script. Watch this. And when the script runs, you can put your command like what I usually do is I'll make it GPT because even though this laptop is so old, it must have one of the first UEFI boot systems, because it does boot UEFI, thank goodness. And look, it has -U to update your Ventoy. That will update it on your USB drive, and that's really cool. And then you put your options after that, and here's the options. Here's what I was talking about earlier. You can choose your file, your size, the size of the partition. You can choose secure boot support, and I always use the G for partition style GPT, because if you don't, it defaults to MBR. And for this, you can label, if I was going to run the persistence image, and I can't remember. I don't mess with, ever since I tried Gerudo, I don't really mess with other distros anymore, not even in virtual machines. I've got Deepin in a virtual machine. In fact, I've got Deepin dual booting now. It's just got a small partition though. You know, Deepin used to be considered the best looking Linux. I think Gerudo's got them easily. I don't know if y'all saw that. I mean, it's just awesome. Anyway, back to what I'm going to do is, it was SDC. I'm going to sudo, and I'm going to / and run the script. Where is it? Oh, I think I already copied it anyway. Ventoy to disk.sh, and then I'm going to put my what I'm going to do. If you put a capital I like that, it will install right over, even if you have another Ventoy install, it'll just install right over it. And that's cool. I don't really need that. I could put a lowercase I because I don't have a Ventoy on there yet, but I always do the capital I. I mean, why not? Unless you're going to do an update or something. And really, I don't know if that's any better than just doing a capital I, because you'll override it anyway, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to list Ventoy information. I don't think I've ever even tried that. But I'm going to do install, and I'm going to do on GPT partition. And that's it. That's it. Then you're going to put the location, which is going to be device SDC. That's it. And then continue, yes. All the data will be lost, yes. You see, it makes you put yes twice, and there it goes. That's all there is to it, man. And now it's even easier than that with a GUI, which I don't know. I might end up using it. I don't know. I usually rather use the terminal because I'm learning, you know. So I like using the terminal for things because it just helps me get even more used to it. And anyway, now that I've done that, I can go to my file manager, and down here, there it is, Ventoy. And this Ventoy EFI, that's the EFI partition for, I believe if you don't put the -G, it won't even have that partition. It's not going to have like a MBR partition or something. I believe it'll only be Ventoy. But if you do a GPT partition table, it's going to be Ventoy, and it's in a separate, separate from the EFI. And that's about all there is to it. To use it, you just copy ISOs from wherever you got them. I've got mine in Documents, ISO, Linux. I'll start with what I'm running, I guess. Gerudo Dragon Eyes Linux, and I'm just going to copy it. In fact, I will split. Dolphin's pretty cool. It's got a couple of strange bugs. Dolphin. For mounting Android is a little tough with it. Like when you plug in your Android device, you have to kill all Dolphin instances and then reload it for it to recognize your Android. Anyway, but that's pretty much it. That's my tutorial. I suppose you can stop now, but I'm going to go ahead and copy these, and I might throw out some more info, or I might just talk stupid. Never can tell with me. So I'm going to go ahead and load here, Ventoy, paste, one file. And that's really it. I don't even know why I would continue talking. That's all there is to it. I've got 64 gigs I can fill up with ISOs, and all of them are going to boot. Not every ISO will boot. Not all ISOs are supported. But nowadays, I mean, Ventoy being the breakthrough that it is, I would guess that most Linux and Windows certainly will boot from it. Most Linux, I'm sure, boots from it nowadays. Maybe in its early days, not everything would boot from it. But nowadays, I'm pretty sure everything will boot from it. Let's see, I'm going to, oops. Need to go forward there and go back here. Go back to desktop and check out the Windows one. Oh, there's my Windows 11 leak. That won't even install on my computer. It's way too old and doesn't have that trusted platform crap in the BIOS. So it won't install on mine, but I did see some directions on XDA to make a bootable. It actually tells you how to combine the two and make a hybrid ISO or a hybrid USB. I don't know if it's a hybrid ISO, but anyway, I'm copied here. And well, that's my tutorial. Now, was that a pain in the butt? I don't think it was at all. I don't think it was at all. All right, you guys have a good one.